Well, new developments happening inside an Indiana courtroom in the case of two young girls murdered in Delphi, Indiana, 7 years ago. Richard Allen currently faces 2 murder charges in the killings of Abby Williams and Libby German, the best friends found dead after a hike together. Today, the prosecutor is arguing for additional charges against Allen, along with the complaint of contempt against his 2 attorneys, who were just reinstated on the case by the Indiana Supreme Court. Alex Capriello is live outside of the courthouse with the very latest in this case. Alex?
Yeah, hey, Kelly. You might remember last hour I was telling you about all of the true crime fans that are inside that courtroom, YouTubers, podcasters, Redditors, and Discord users. Well, actually, what we're seeing right now is the defense actually calling many of them to the witness stand to testify about what they saw in the months leading up to today's date. We're talking about leaked evidence, crime scene photos, and the like. Really, the defense is trying to point out that while certainly crime scene photos appear to have originated from the defense themselves, that there were plenty of other leaks that happened that didn't come from the defense. We're talking about probable cause affidavits, other sort of opinions that have come from law enforcement, whether it's the Indiana State Police or documents directly coming from the prosecutors that somehow ended up in the hands of the public when they shouldn't have. Ultimately, it's much ado about nothing because a lot of this can't actually be stated into the record because it's not directly relevant to what they should be arguing today, which is the motion of contempt of court, where that the defense were the ones responsible for it. So as much as the defense is trying to get other information on the record about possible leaks that didn't originate from the defense attorneys, really the judge is not having it today, saying that it cannot be allowed into the record. But it's worth a try, I suppose.
Yeah, wow. All right. So, Alex, we know the victims' family members. They've been outspoken in the past. Are they inside the courthouse today?
Yeah, in total, I counted about 15 various family members from both Libby German and Ashley Williams. And so basically, we're seeing a lot of family coming here today to support. They want to see justice take place. They want to see a trial actually happen. And interestingly, I've seen these family members interact with both the prosecution and the defense. It doesn't matter if it's in Delphi or in Fort Wayne, where we are currently. It's very clear that the victims' family members are going to support this and want to see justice actually unfold.
And so we know now, Alex, that the judge has dropped kidnapping charges against Allen. What more do we know about that development specifically?
Yeah, interestingly, those charges came shortly after that Indiana Supreme Court hearing that happened back in January. We saw 2 additional kidnapping charges tacked on. The dropping of those charges actually happened without much fanfare earlier this morning. It was one of the very first things that we saw actually happen. The judge ruling that count 5 and count 6 directly related to kidnapping will be dropped. So that's moving forward. That's what we're going to see. There should be additional conversation today about amended charges, but that's where we currently stand right now.
All right, so many twists and turns in this case. Alex Capriello following them all. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.